according to the dam construction guidelines, that the resettlement or the people affected has to be consulted, has to be fully consulted with free, prior, informed consent. Free, that means you have to allow the people to say no. Prior, that means has to be way ahead, the project start. Informed, that means you need to provide them all the information before they can make a consent.
So the update today is the police who are there trying to agitate the Penan there to make them angry. And not only that, the Penan noticed that the strong smell of alcohol from this policeman. So the reason that the policemen were provided with liquor by Sarawak Energy themselves, giving them ration of liquor there, and then they go and harass the blockaders to make them angry, so that they give a reason for them to be arrested. But we are quite lucky because all the headmen of these different villages, the 8 villages involved, all the headmen, the ketua kampung, they are present there, and they're trying to keep the people calm and don't take any violent action and anything that could be construed as an act of crime by the government. So that is what happened now. What we in Safe Rivers are saying is, we want the police to be professional. The police should not be siding anybody. The police should be a balance between the people. They should not take any side. They should not be used by the government as tools to harass the people.
This example that Peter has given you in what's happening in Murum and going to happen in Baram seems like a new thing. But actually the mistakes of the Batang Air dam in the 80s was already known. And when Bakun happened in the 90s, we had been telling the government for 2 decades about the adverse effects of the dam, but it still went ahead. And now the Murum dam is being impounded, and how many people are about 15,000 people are going to be displaced, and then Baram and so forth. But what does it? People in West Malaysia, how does it affect us? People think that it doesn't affect us. Indigenous peoples being arrested, harassed, even the houses being burned. How does it affect us? For one thing, there's mounting costs. Every dam will suffer from cost overruns. The Bakun Dam started at a cost of about 2.5 billion. At the end of it, it's more than 7 billion. And who's paying for it? Malaysian taxpayers, including West Malaysians. But what's more important, that NGOs have been saying all along, whether it's the Bakun Dam or the Murum Dam or the Baram Dam. First of all, our main concern of NGOs have always been the socially disruptive effect of the dams. And that's why the interests of the indigenous peoples are number 1. Number 2 is the environmental damage. You know that the Bakun Dam reservoir covers an area the size of the island of Singapore. And the Murum is going to produce about half or more than half, about 1,400 megawatts, I think, of the size of the Bakun Dam. So that is all the timber that is going to be destroyed, all the rainforest that's going to be destroyed, all the environmental heritage that's going to be destroyed. And people like us who care about the environment and the people of Sarawak have been banned from Sarawak. I have been banned from Sarawak, and many other NGO activists have been banned from Sarawak. And when I was banned, I was not allowed to enter Kuching Airport. I asked them why I was not being allowed into Kuching Airport. They said for anti-logging activities. Anti-logging activities.